Hello and welcome to Jemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below and determined you are a power year number 8, then you are at the right place. Hi 8s! Now 8s, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the year 2020. Your monthly numbers change and that's where I come in. So if you are a power year number 8, then for October you are in the month of 9. So to review those numbers, we have our 8, which is about, it's the most karmic year out of your cycle. And you can get repaid for good karma, and you can get repaid for not so good karma. Now, what gets confusing is that these can be paybacks from another lifetime. It can be a lesson that you brought into this lifetime to learn and to experience. So you may say to yourself, well, I didn't deserve that whack. But it may be from something else. The way to release karma is to forgive. Forgive. And I think that that's a process. I don't want you to feel bad and think it's like an overnighter. That's a goal and an intention that you would set to be conscious of everything that happens and to understand that what is just is. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is, whatever it is. And another thing about 8 is to get your power back and not to be a victim. So you might be put into a situation where you're feeling like this is happening to you, and so you'll think, and I will explain this as we go with the cards if it's applicable, and so you would reframe a situation so that you could either claim your part in why it happened or claim your part in how to fix it, but it's claiming your part to move on and accept that something's, or I don't know if it's accept. Maybe it's accept that this isn't happening to you, or believe this isn't happening to you. You're going to take charge. Another thing is 8 is about money. It's a good month for a promotion or to be recognized, but the thing with 8 is that there can be a reversal in recognition and a reversal in fortune. Now you're in a month of endings in October. So something is coming to a conclusion. It can be a simple belief. It can be a crummy situation that you're in. It can be a relationship. So let's take a look for you 8s. Let's start with those of you who are working right now. Those of you who are working. And let's take a look at what the cards have to say about those of you who are working and what you can expect. So what we have here is that there is a rumor mill happening, and a rumor mill, perhaps one person, maybe more than one person that you're getting misinformation from. You're not getting the whole thing, the whole clump of information. And so to understand that, when you're hearing things, to try to soothe yourself and calm yourself down, that until you hear it out of the cat's mouth, I think that's the expression, it's not the real deal. There's also some kind of delayed success happening and coming into being for you. Now, this card represents a 9, and you are in the month of 9s. It can also represent, next September. So it's about, you've got things lined up, you're handling things, you're moving forward with things, and you just kind of have to wait for the fruition. You have to wait for the payback. And in the midst of that is very frustrating to you, where you feel very, very backed into a corner. And you may even feel like you're at the end of the road, like this is the way it's always going to be, whatever happens in this month of October. And that is not the case, because you've got this Empress card, which means you're going to override that. You got to override those feelings and know it's not always going to be that way. Whatever does transpire for you in this month of October. Now, I'm going to pull cards for those of you looking for a job, or maybe who have a job, who are seeking employment elsewhere. But I do want you to know, eights, that anything that's said in this reading is for you. So if this particular segment fits another situation, even romance or home life, better for you, take it. It's all for you. Okay, it's all for you. So let's, but I like to divide it up to try to make it a little bit more specific and a little bit more interesting. So now we're going to take a look at those of you looking for work, looking for a job. Okay, now this line is pretty clear. You've got 3 cards that are kind of saying the same thing. It can almost be an extension of what we've already talked about for those of you who are working. And I feel like you're going to find your place, or have been in a place of limbo, not knowing what's coming next. And one of the features of this card, the Hanged Man, is about letting people know your limitations and letting people know your boundaries. So you may have already done that because it's in the past position. You may have already said, you know, I like management. I don't want to do HR. Don't try to put me back in HR. You may have already said that. But what's coming into fruition is you get very, very disappointed in someone or something at the workplace. It's like you've been, you know that expression, I've been led down the rosy path. And someone is holding back from you. You know, they're not giving you all the information, and that's, you know, well, it could be a coworker, but I think the person who's holding the cards are the people who employ you, or even the company itself. Something along those lines. Now, partially, the people who are holding back, or person who is withholding information from you, also has better news for you that they're withholding. So they may have an ace in their pocket where they're thinking, you know what, I know that this is what we have to tell people, but we also know that there's a chance for a reversal, or a chance for getting more money in the budget. Like, they can also be withholding that kind of information for you. And I think that it comes back to this Empress card of trying to hold out for what you really want. Because for those of you looking for a job or applying for something new, I feel like you're going to think you were very, very let down. And let's say you applied for the same job in 5 different places, and you got a major whack from one place. And you were like, oh, please, God, I'm never going to get this anywhere else then, am I? Well, that may not be the situation, because you're holding on to this Empress card here too, which is like, you've got your ducks in a row. You might have some good things. You are going to have delayed success somewhere and have something good coming your way because you did your homework. Okay, let's leave it at that for our 8s in this month of endings. So something's wrapping up in the workplace for you, or you're going to get an answer that you've been waiting for. Let's take a look at love. Let's take a look for those of you 8s who are in a relationship. Let's see what's going on there, and then we're going to talk about for those of you 8s who are waiting to meet that relationship, or perhaps waiting for someone to come back. Let's take a look, 8s. Okay. You know, I think this month is just reeking of 9 for you 8s. It seems to be this theme of ending, or this theme of being left behind. or aborting some kind of plan, something. I just feel like this theme is extending through this month of October. Now, the first two cards that you have here are really nice. You have a good family, or you have a good support system. Whether it's one person or 4 people or 10 people, you have a good support system. It goes into, you know who you are on your own. You know who you are. And you're getting to like, or you like who you are. And then suddenly there's this reversal of something and change where you feel like, again, smack, what happened? What the heck happened to my support system? Or what happened to my self-confidence? Now suddenly I feel like I'm left in the dust. Everybody's off doing their own thing. And I'm stuck here, kind of holding the bag. The important thing, or the good news, and that's where we want to focus, because we want to get your power back, right? We don't want you feeling like an open wound or a victim. We want your power back, and that is, you know who you are, and you know what you're capable of, and you know who you can depend on. So just because there's a change that occurs that makes you feel left behind or abandoned, or that what happened to what you want, that doesn't define who you are. It's something that's happening at this time. And next month, when you're in the month of November, will be the month of new beginnings for you. So that's very important to keep in mind. It's new beginnings. So something's got to end, but of course, there's always a cycle, but then there's something that begins, and it can be an idea of how to manifest what you want, or it can be actually an offer of something, or somebody comes back. Let's take a look for our 8s who are looking for that special someone, or waiting for a reconciliation. This looks like all business. This is just, for those of you looking for love, it's kind of like the business reading was. We're not really going anywhere. It's like you're still a person who's waiting for something to transpire, and there are still more issues or elements to get through, and the timing just isn't quite right. On a good note, it's like you're kind of ready. Like you may have made the decision in your mind, no, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to talk to that person again, or I'm ready to reach out and try to find someone, but maybe they aren't. And maybe that's where the timing and the waiting comes in, and the working out of issues. Maybe it's them working out some issues to come around and come back to you. Now, you're in new beginnings next month in November, and then the month of romance and being a couple is December. So let's see what happens next month and where you're going. But to some of you, to be patient for this month, kind of across the board. Let's take a look at any question you have. Please ask whatever you'd like. It can be business, it can be love, it can be finance, it can be health, a relationship with anybody. So let's shuffle these cards, and let's ask about what's the best we can expect for your question today. And so you'll take just don't change the ending, tweak the words to fit your question, but don't change the ending. Okay, let's see what we need a different deck. I'm shuffling away here, and it's like, no, we have to change decks, don't we? So we'll shuffle. And meanwhile, you make your question nice and specific as you can. Oh, yeah. Okay, oh my God. So I use different decks because if I see a repeat, it tells me that there's kind of like the, oh my God. I have to say it, holy crap. I gotta tell you guys, holy moly. Okay, so we find you in this place of backed into a corner. You're not sure what to do. You've already gotten this card. About you don't know what to do. You're at this standstill, and you're like stuck. You're like, but I've done the best I can. I've been clear about what I want, and I've even been nice about it. And the cards are saying that if the situation has not evolved yet, to be nice about it, to be civil about it. You will get farther if you are civil about it. And then what do we have? Again, the Empress, delayed success. So you have a theme here going for you, H, that you're not crazy. Your perceptions are probably mostly true of whatever situation that you're in. You've made the right phone calls, or you've addressed the proper issues, and you're at this standstill. But you will have delayed success. And again, I will repeat, the Empress card represents a 9. So you're in this month of endings. So you very well may have success in this month, or an answer that you want. Or it might be next September, which is a 9. It might be in 9 months. Yes, it is possible 9 years, or 9 days, or the 9th of a month, but that's what's happening with you. It seems to be all about delay this month for you, about getting the answers that you want. But if you hold on to the confidence that you've managed to build in yourself, or look at periods of time where you felt good about yourself and try to figure out, what was I doing then? What was happening then? How can I get those feelings back? To soothe yourself, hang in there, Eights. It's going to turn around. It will turn around. You're at the end of a cycle. You're going into the beginning, and that's an exciting time coming for you. Thank you, Eights, for joining Jemma's Window. Please jump onto my website if you'd like to contact me or have a reading with me. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye for now.